New video game IPs can be like movies about snakes on a plane sometimes. At first glance, everyone seems to clamor for them. Then the game comes out to the sound of crickets as most people flood to the same old familiar stuff that they're used to. This makes new titles like Remember Me a risky proposition. Although some new IPs achieve success and eventually spawn sequels of their own, a large number also fail on their first try, further contributing to the sequelitis issue that pervades the video game industry as developers invest their dollars in safer titles with proven track records. For its part, Remember Me tries to stand out by providing its take on a conventional 3D action game while layering it with a compelling storyline set in a dystopian society. You start out with protagonist Nilin, who finds herself in a high-security prison without her memories. Now, as someone who's played his fair share of Japanese RPGs and watched an inordinate amount of Japanese animation, amnesia as a plot device is tantamount to beating on a poor dead horse for yours truly. Fortunately for Remember Me, however, that proverbial horse is alive and well, as it doesn't use amnesia as a crutch but as a central tenet to its overarching story. In fact, story is arguably Remember Me's strongest point, chronicling a society where memories are a tradable commodity along with all the pitfalls that accompany that. The fact that Nilin is a rare person capable of remixing and altering people's memories makes her a highly sought asset for some and a high-profile target for others who feel threatened by her abilities. Meanwhile, Nilin herself struggles with her conscience and the consequences of her powers as she tries to recover her memories. These include doubts about the methods of the rebel cause she's aligned herself with, the ethical implications of rewriting people's minds, as well as the realization that not every memory she regains is a good one. Add an excellent soundtrack to the mix, and Remember Me sets up a pretty nice canvas for its story. The gameplay, on the other hand, is a mixed bag. The fighting system itself is somewhat reminiscent of Batman's, complete with combos and evasions. Unique to Remember Me's combat is a customizable combo system based mainly on 4 move types or presence for dealing damage, healing, reducing cooldown, and magnifying any of the aforementioned moves' effects. Getting a good mix of combos is especially important in boss fights, as you'll need to inflict direct damage, heal yourself, and also speed up the cooldown for special moves that are required to stun foes, such as Madame for example. Evasions are quite forgiving in this game, though the punch and kick combos require timing to pull off. Combat itself is a bit floaty, but getting the attack timing down isn't particularly hard. What's challenging is mastering how to evade without breaking your combo string, which can be tough against multiple foes. Remember Me also tries to freshen up climbing sequences by adding hazards along the way, though the use of predetermined paths limits exploration. Hidden items for upgrading your life and focus bars do encourage looking around, but folks who prefer an open world sandbox likely will be disappointed. The camera can also be wonky when navigating jumps and obstacles, and the way it pans might make some folks dizzy. Although the action and platforming isn't quite as dialed down as some folks might prefer, the excellent story and audio is what really carries Remember Me. I actually had a cousin stay up till 4 AM to watch me play the first time before I finally called it a night because I needed to go to bed. He then got up and said, "Darn it, I'm going to have to go to YouTube now to see how this thing ends." If you prefer games with fast-paced combat like Devil May Cry, or gravitate toward action titles with more open-world exploration such as Infamous, then Remember Me likely won't float your proverbial boat. If you like more level-based games such as Enslaved that marry interesting visual design with solid storytelling, however, then Remember Me just might be for you.